Central American Institute of Fiscal Studies, ICEFI, presented its analysis on the region's economic situation for 2016.
A pesar de todo lo
In spite of everything we lived this year related to corruption and in Guatemala the resignation of the president and the vice president in macroeconomics terms, we don't see any important change and the region continues growing an average of 4.5 points approximately. And we see that stability in the region, mainly in the countries south of Central America, Panama, Costa Rica, and Nicaragua. On other side, we have the economies that grow the least and that gather around 75% of all the poor people in the region. The North Triangle is an open field for people to migrate, trying to find opportunities out of these countries.
Macroeconomics measures the exportations and importations, the devaluation of the national currency and the state's expenses, but it doesn't measure how this affects the life of the majorities.
El gobierno le está apostando a cumplir con
The government has its bets on the recommendations of the International Monetary Fund, which are inhuman recommendations that only privilege some sectors in order to maintain foreign trade, which favors transnational corporations and powerful nations, affecting the poor nations like Honduras. So the hand of the IMF with obsolete measures that don't see the social part but only the financial aspects are kind of economic totalitarianism that does not kill with missiles and guns but is killing the Honduran people with hunger by reducing the incomes and the social benefits.
The Central American governments will declare 2015 a good year in economic accomplishments, but for millions of Central Americans who still live in poverty, this announcement won't mean any good news. Gerardo Torres, Telesur, Central America.